Soul Hackers 2 is the newest entry by Atlus, and I know a lot of you have been freaking out over its release and want to know if it's worth your cash. Hello you gorgeous human being, I hope you're doing well today. It's Miss Bubbles. In today's episode of Before You Buy, I'm sharing with you my spoiler-free impressions of the game to help you decide if it's for you. So without further ado, let's get started.
Right, I'll lay off as much as possible.
As you've seen from the trailers, Soul Hackers 2 takes place in a cyberpunk Japan and it looks phenomenal. Now, an entity called Ion gathers intel that the world is about to end, so they send you, Ringo, as well as Fig to save humanity from an apocalypse. Ringo is a female protagonist, and I'm so glad we have another woman as the lead character in a video game to kick some booty. She's very smart, powerful, and funny, making her such an amazing character to learn about and also play as. Along with Ringo and Fig, you also have 3 allies that will join you in battle, and these are Arrow, Saizo, and Melody. I have no idea how to say her name, even though they always say it in the game, I keep forgetting how to say it. Each of these characters have their own personality traits and background story that you can uncover as you play more, and that was such an exciting part to enjoy. Moving on to the world, I think it looks magical. You'll get access to the city map, and from there you can visit your safe house where you can eat meals with your allies, rest up and get some buffs. There's also the blacksmith, Club Cretaceous, a demon-fusing circus, bar to hang out in, and shops to buy crucial items from, and we'll be talking about all of these in a little bit. All locations are surrounded by beautiful neon colors and vibrant ambiance in general, and it's all accompanied by an easy to manage and colorful menu system. If you know me, then you probably know that I adore a vivid and beautifully made menu system. One gripe that I have with the world though is the fact that you can't zoom in or out, so you'll be getting a lot of visuals of Ringo's backside. I'm sure a lot of you are gonna be happy about that. So you can only rotate it in the dungeons. I'm talking about the camera, not Ringo's backside. So that makes exploring the charming world a bit distant to you as a player. You can also configure the camera distance a bit, but you'll be navigating that through the menu system, and it can be a little bit tedious. I would prefer just doing that with my mouse rather than always go back to the menu. Another gripe that I have is that dungeons are so bland. You're just moving from room to room and occasionally seeing your demons helping you out or a demon wanting to fight you. Otherwise, it just feels a little bit empty and it lacks that element of surprise. In regards to the sound department, the voice acting is really well done, and I'm so happy that we have an English dub here. But you can also go with the Japanese voice acting if you want to. Keep in mind though that there are some silent dialogues just sprinkled here and there. Well, you're gonna have to do the reading for yourself.
Hey, don't eat all the pizza without me.
Be careful, Ringo.
As for the music, it's fascinating. Every scene has its own vibe going, and you're always feeling immersed because the music comes hand in hand with the situation that you're in. Be it intense, whimsical, or funny, it just fits perfectly. Finally, sound effects are also very well done. It's just amazing to hear the sound of the different battle attacks. It's fun to listen to the attention to detail, even within the scenes that you get to watch while playing the game, and that just helps deliver us a well-packaged presentation for Soul Hackers 2. And this all ties amazingly with the performance, which is excellent on my part. I had 0 bugs, 0 crashes, and a very smooth frame rate, and hey, my PC was not going like a jet as it usually does, so that's a bonus in my book.
What? I'll show you.
Now I know you're here because you want to know all about the gameplay. Is it fun? Short answer is yes. But let's dig through the combat system and the city so you get exactly who Dust Diver 2 is made for. First off, I'm so happy we have different difficulty levels, and I went with easy because I'm all about catering gaming experiences to my level of squishiness. And speaking of squishiness, squish that like button. I know a lot of you have turned that into a game and I freaking love it. You guys are the best community ever, and I'm so happy that we are on the road to 10,000 bubblies. How awesome is that? It's crazy. But back to Soul Hackers 2, this game is all about summoning and commanding demons so they can fight by your side. If you're wondering if this game is compared to Persona 5 or Shin Megami Tensei, I played neither, so I'm not the right person to answer you that. Anyways, your battles take place in different dungeons and you have plenty of factors to keep in mind. The trick here is once you see a demon roaming around, you gotta slash it first so you get the upper hand and hit all enemies when the battle starts. If they ambush you first, then you'll be in trouble because they will get the first turn instead. But there are also some demons that are colored in purple and you cannot slash those. They will always have the first hand, and I have to admit I ran away like a chicken from some of them because they're pretty intense to fight. Now during combat you have different skills and items to use, and even commander skills like switching out demons or even escaping when possible. The basics are equipping a demon that has the skills you like and figuring out what the enemy's weaknesses are, and this introduces you to many elemental attacks. The game also gives you the option to use assist, so when you have no idea what skills to use, your party members will just pick one to kind of try and figure out what the enemy's weakness will. Once you learn it, you'll always see it on screen for the future enemies, and that makes life so much easier. And that ties in with something called stacking, I believe. The more weaknesses you hit, the bigger the stack will be, and that lets Ringo summon as many demons as the stack number by the end of the turn to attack all enemies and inflict massive damage. Your allies will also be bantering and talking back and forth during fights, and I really like that instead of just hearing them grunt all the time. You know, like that buff dude who's always giving birth while lifting heavy weights in the gym? It can get repetitive, right? I'm talking about the grunting of the players, not the grunting of the dude giving birth. That was a joke, okay? Anyways, you also have to monitor things like poison, dread, sleepiness, and more, and these can all be inflicted on the enemy, but they can also be inflicted on your team members, and you'll have to use specific items or skills to counteract that. Once you win a battle, you and your demons will level up, and you'll also get some money that you need later in the game. And the fun part is that the more you level up your demon, the more skills they can learn, and eventually they can gift you something called like Mystique, which can be used on your summoner weapon for extra benefits like the ability to heal your party outside of combat or even getting more powerful elemental stats. But that's not all that you can do in the dungeons. We're just getting started. Apart from battling new demons, grinding, which you're gonna have to do if you want to keep up, having your own demons scouting the area and getting you different items or even replenishing your HP and MP, you eventually also get to sign a contract with new ones so they can join your party. I really like the contract system because a demon will ask for different things, like you maybe being at a specific level, and if you're not, they're gonna make fun of you, or even using up some of your HP and MP, and I really like this interaction with them because they're pretty funny, but some of the lines eventually just get repetitive. And don't worry if you already have a demon in your team, the new one won't join you, they will give you a gift instead. In terms of traversing the dungeons, which I already mentioned that they feel uninspired and a bit bland, the good thing is that you'll stumble across plenty of portals, and you can use those to transport yourself from one point to another. This comes in very handy, especially when Ringo can't sprint, or at least I haven't figured out how to do so if she can. Now, battling is fun and all, but you also have a mesmerizing city to take part in, and you have so many shops to visit. From a bar to hang out in with your allies to form a better friendship, aka soul level, to a blacksmith to upgrade your summoner weapons, a clothing shop to get better gear for better stats, a shady store to buy items that will assist you in combat, and even a circus to fuse different demons together, creating a stronger and better one. You'll always go back to the city and have new things to do there. Fusing demons is essential here, and you're gonna need it if you want to level up and keep up with the enemies. This basically means that you're gonna fuse two demons together, thus getting a new, more powerful one, and you can also choose some of the skills that you want it to have. Another essential place to visit is the Soul Matrix, which is your ticket to your allies' memories. This place is full of gates and can only be accessed by having a good soul level with your allies. Once you open the gate, there's a guardian that is there, and by defeating it, you will unlock crucial memories that will help you understand your party members better, and you can access special memories within their mind that they just didn't want to talk about before. And this is also important because it will help you unlock new skills for yourself and your members as well. To increase your soul level, you have different options to choose from when a conflict emerges. So you can favor a certain ally over the other, and that will give you more friendship points. And you can also go and have a drink with them and talk to them, and also again increase your soul level with them. In the city, you also have your safe house where you can rest up, you can eat a meal to get battle buffs, as well as discuss what your next main mission will be. And I really like that your allies have different likes and dislikes to the meals, so some meals they will despise, others they will love, and the more they like a meal, the more beneficial it will be for them. All in all, I recommend that you always visit different stores at different chapters of your main story, because you never know what fun new skills or items will be available next. We also can't forget about the most important place that will help you balance between the main story and the side missions, and that's Club Cretaceous. This is where you get requests for help, and once you fulfill your duty, you'll get rewarded with plenty of things like beneficial items, more things to buy at stores, money, and more. They do have an acquired skill level, so make sure you check up on that in advance so you don't go there underpowered.
Boosting physical parameters. Promising.
Got
I
this,
hear you.
Ringo.
Okay, first battle. Come on, Arrow.
So we talked about the good and the bad, but it's time to decide the most important thing. Is Soul Hackers 2 the game for you? As always, we're gonna go by this game is for you if, not for you if, and my verdict. This game is for you if you love turn-based JRPGs, especially if you are a beginner like me. The game just explains everything to you so you don't feel lost or confused, and I love that. You'll always feel welcomed and invited to actually experience what the game has to offer. You have lots of tutorials to play through to understand, and then you can revisit them if something is off and you don't quite understand it. This game is also for you if you're looking for a heavier tone in story, a little bit of a darkish tone with some funny balances here and there. You'll definitely get to connect with your characters, get to know them better, and access their memories, and some of them have some really good stories to tell. Now, even at my 10-hour mark, because this video has been a miracle to make with all the power cuts, like literally the power was off before me sitting here. I just like had half of my hair done, my makeup done, and I was just waiting for the power, so I couldn't play more. But even at the 10-hour mark, I've managed to connect with the characters so much. I'm loving everything that's going on. There's so many mechanics to learn about, and I hear that the game is about 40 hours long, so you have enough content to keep you busy. However, Soul Hackers 2 is not for you if you don't want to play a turn-based JRPG because you only like action-based ones. This one is also not for you if you appreciate a more light-hearted story. You're gonna deal with some grim tones in here, like trust me, even at as early as I said in the game, I've seen some sad things happen already. This game is also not for you if you get overwhelmed with elements, stats, managing items, upgrading gadgets, while also worrying about demon fusing, increasing soul levels, and much more. There's a lot to unpack here, but again, there's enough tutorials to help you with that. But if you get overwhelmed very easily, then you might have to skip this one. This one is also not for you if you do not tolerate grinding. Whether we like it or not, you're gonna have to do some of that in this game because enemies can become stronger very easily, even if you're playing in easy mode like I am. As for me, I can't wait to finish this game. I'm gonna just do my best to finish it by the next weekend. I'm having such an amazing time. I'm a JRPG beginner, especially when it comes to turn-based ones, dungeons, and I'm having a blast with this. You know, I tried to play Persona 5 and I had such a bad experience with it. Like, it was just 10 hours of chaos. So this one was just such a beautiful, refreshing experience for me. I'm loving the story. I adore Ringo and her allies. I can't wait to see what hidden secrets I can learn about all of them. I love the banter that they have. I enjoy finding new demons to battle, figuring out their weaknesses, but then also knowing that I can potentially have them on my team. My only gripe would be the camera and just the boring, uninspired dungeons. I really wish that they were better made. The game, in my opinion, is definitely worth every penny, but I want to know if it's worth your cash. So let me know if you're gonna get it down in the comment section. I answer all comments and I love chatting with you. This video is brought to you by the bubbliest people in the world, and these are the Bubbly Club. If my videos help save you some cash, and I know they do, then you can become a member as well by visiting my Patreon page and supporting the channel for as little as $3, and you can get lots of awesome benefits as well as the feeling of being bubbly awesome. Thank you so much to my Bubbly Club. Without you guys, my videos cannot be made possible, and a special shout out to Josh, Justin, Mikey, Faye, Jacob, Stephanie, Nico, Chris, Christian, Dan, Evan, James, Janet, Jose, Nathan, and Ante for going the extra mile. You could have been doing anything, but you chose to spend your time with me, and that's pretty awesome. So stay bubbly, stay positive, and I'll see your gorgeous, beautiful, amazing, cute self in the next one. Bye!